I was staring at the screen waiting for people to come into the room. I'm even gonna be on it so that long. I almost feel like coming off right now. Hello, aw, thanks, Ebony. Oh gosh, oh gosh, I'm trying to set. Hello, y'all. Took you guys like a minute to get in. Hey, everybody. If the sound's like off, don't mind me because I'm at school. Today's my first day of school. Ah! So what's going on? Thank you. First time being in school in like 10 years. Hey, thank you. Late registration. I'm taking right now just general classes. I'm taking like general arts and science, but the plan is to go into nursing. But I wouldn't really be like doing that for another year. But I thought I'd bring you guys in the group. And this group is dedicated to St Expedite because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here right now. So I had to like do my props and my respect and spread his name because he likes when his name is spread. What's been going on with y'all? I would love to do something like that. I would absolutely love it. Like I love working with, yeah, like I love working with people. And I'm definitely finding that I'm getting like a lot of cases lately where I'm working with mothers. So I definitely feel like there's like a theme happening here. Yeah. People say I'm very maternal. Even before I became a mother, they say I'm very, very maternal. So like I would be really good with working with that stuff. But I wouldn't say no. You know what I mean? I actually would love to do something like that. But like I'm like I don't know. I have high hopes for House of Stars. And I'm just kind of just going with where God's leading me. But I knew the first step was for me to come here and take what I'm taking now and just kind of go from there. You know what I mean? But to God be the glory, and thanks to St Expedite. Like I gotta let y'all know what this saint has done for me, girls. Ooh, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I believe so much in you guys. I believe so much in y'all, and it's like crazy. Okay, so the first time I've ever worked with St Expedite was actually in 2015. I was in a situation where I needed to move within 10 days. And I used to be in part of this like conjure group. This is when I was learning conjure and stuff. And like I was like, I wrote in the group because I usually never like talk about personal stuff in there. Like I'm one of those people. I'm not trying to know my business like that. But I was like, fuck, like I really need help. So let's see if they can do like help me. And they're like, one girl was like, why don't you work with St. Expedite? And she's like, have you heard of him? I'm like, no. Well, like, I've never heard of him before. She's like, yeah, like, he's a saint of, like, emergencies and, like, serious situations. And, like, he moves very fast. So he's the kind of person that you should petition since you only have so X amount of days. So I'm like, okay, cool. So she's like, okay, just go to the store, get a red candle. Tells me what to do. So I'm like, okay. So I got the red candle and I wrote the petition. Literally, I wrote, I want a place that's between $800 to $1,100 a month. I want it to be in this location of the city. And I remember lastly that I wrote, I want it to be something that I will always be able to afford no matter what happens. And I want it to be a place that I'm actually proud of. So I lit that candle maybe 4 or 5 days after before I was supposed to move. And as soon as I lit the candle, like not even within an hour, and we're talking about like a 7 day vigil candle. Hi. Like a 7 day vigil candle. That candle was literally like halfway burnt. So I was like, yo, he's definitely working. I probably went and looked at 3 places. The third place, I got there and it was weird. I'm like, why do I feel like I've been here before? I was just like, I'm like, I just get this energy that I like been here before. And mind you, this place is literally like stuck under a rock. Like it wasn't an easy place to find. Um, and the girl that was renting it, actually, her and I had the same birthday. And like our birthdays are kind of like, it's not a common birthday. So when you meet somebody that has a birthday like November 6th, it's like, okay, it's like such a big deal. Like, oh my God, your birthday's November 6th too. So I think that kind of sold me on that. So I ended up getting the place. And when he comes through for you, you're supposed to put like flowers and pound cake out. And you're supposed to spread his name to at least 3 people, right? And so I put out the pound cake, I put out the flowers, and I decided to open up the petition paper just to see what I wrote. Like, what did he come through on? Literally every single thing on that list. The rent for that apartment that I had was $1,100. I wanted to be close to downtown. I was not even 10 minutes away from downtown driving. I wanted to afford the place. Like me and my sister were paying rent there, so we only paid $550 a month each, which was very affordable for what we were making. And that's how we were able to save a lot of money living there. And I also asked to make it be a place that I was proud of. It was a condo with like a pool in the basement, everything, like all the bells and whistles. And he came through. So that's how I was like, I'm sold. St. Expedite is a shit. He will come through on anything you ask him for. I love him so much. So the next thing I asked him for was recently, because like I don't know why coming into the new year, and I think it's because it has to do with like my son or being pooped with taking care of my son. I was like, okay, I need, because he's really fast. He's also a saint that's really good for procrastination. And I was procrastinating like a motherfucker. Like I was just sitting on the couch, just doing readings. Like to be honest, I gained a lot of weight because of it. And I just didn't have the energy. Like all I wanted to do was just lay on the couch. And if I had to do a reading or go with a client, that was like the most I did. And if I had to go to the store, that's it. But other than outside of that, like I wasn't doing anything else with my life. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna petition him again because I wanted to really go to school, but I was being like, I don't know why. I was being so lazy about going about getting it done. And I was just like, fuck it. Like, I'm not going to be in no rush to do it, whatever. So something, I was sleeping. And around that time, I was like helping a friend work with him. And I was sleeping and I woke up and it's like I just heard petition St. Expedite. Like, from my guys just told me, petition him. I'm like, for what? Like, you know how he is. He will only do things for you unless you need it. And I'm like, and I could just hear my grandmother say, like, no, you need to petition him because you need help with this procrastination. Because there's so many things that you have been meaning to get done and you haven't gotten them done because you're just like laxing around. I was like, okay, cool. So I petitioned him, and as soon as I petitioned him, I swear, like there was like a fire under my ass. Like I would have to get everything done. Like I would start a list, and by the end of the day, even without noticing it, I realized how much more productive I was, how much more like energy I had. Like I I felt more accountable to the point like when I come to registering school, I only started registering for school at the end of August. We're already at the second week of September, and I'm already registered and paid, and school's paid for. You know what I mean? So that just already shows like the work of who he is. And the reason why I'm sharing this with y'all is because St. Expedite, he likes his name to be spread and he wants everybody to know of his powers and what he can do. So I'm letting y'all know if you guys are having any issues with procrastination or having issues with getting things done that is a need or an emergency, he is definitely the saint that you would want to work with because he's really good at coming through for people. So you could always look him up on Google, the name's in the title, okay? And he will get your business sorted out. I'm telling you. And it's like shameless promotion, I guess, for him. But I'm not gonna lie, like I'm just very humble. How you petition? That's a very good question. Okay. So what you would get is a red 7-day candle and you will get a glass of water. Okay. So you can always go get his prayer card, but it's really not important because I've worked with him twice and never had a prayer card for him. Uh, yeah, this ain't nobody but God. I need to see this. Yeah, let me tell you. And you don't need a prayer card because like everyone's like get a prayer card. You can, but for me, I've worked with him twice and I never did use one. So you get a red candle. You get yourself a glass of water. Okay. So what you'll do, make sure that it's a need or an emergency, especially if it's procrastination. He's pretty good with that. Like he'll just take up the job like it's nothing. But if it's like, okay, like I need money, he's more of a guy that's like, I need money by the third, like this day or something to come up by this day because I'm gonna get kicked out. Like he's better with that stuff rather than I just need money. Like he's not gonna really help you with that. You know what I mean? Um, so what you do is that you just get the red candle, you get a glass of water, get a petition paper. I preferably use brown paper bags as my petition paper, but if you don't have that, you can just use lined paper. It doesn't matter. And you will write down in specific exactly what it is that you want him to work on, right? So like say like it's procrastination. Okay, I need help with procrastination. Say like anything that has to do with speed. I find he's good with. Like for example, when like if it's like okay, I don't like how my money is lagging. You know what I mean? Like money's coming in slow. I want the flow of how money comes in to pick up a little bit more. You could write up that down. You know what I mean? So write down your petitions. Try to keep it short, like a few things. Like don't go too like petition crazy. And then what you will do is that you'll fold that piece of paper as much as you can away from you, and then you'll put that under the candle. Okay. So there's a prayer which I'm going to actually put in a comment box that you say, and you will recite that prayer. So usually most petition prayers will have like the first paragraph will talk about honoring that saint, and then it goes into before you actually say the petition, it will say like this is what you request, and then there'll be like a bracket like just like say what you want to say that you want him to do, and then you close it off with thank yous and stuff like that. Like just the structure of how it's written. Like I'm gonna post one which I found was really nice, and I just do that. To be honest, I'll say that prayer over the candle every single day until the candle burns out. It could be freezing. I'm not gonna sit here and say that the reception here is the greatest because I'm like in the basement of the school. But for me, it's not freezing at all. Okay, so this to get into offerings. So offerings, you only give offering once it's done. So once he's come through for you, that's when it's pay up time. Okay, so what offering that you give? The only offering that he takes is pound cake and red flowers. Yeah, I can post it on my IG story, but I'm gonna put it in the comment box on the video. So that like I'll like link all this cut and paste it and put it there. Um yeah. So yeah. So what do I say now? So you pay up once he comes through for you. So whatever your petition, once it actually happens, you get some pound cake. You refresh a glass of water for him. and you give flowers, red flowers. Typically, they usually say to put the flowers inside of the candle that you used. The can like use the candle vase that you use as like use a candle jar as the vase for the flowers that you're gonna offer once he comes through. And then what you need to do is that you need to spread his name to at least three people. So whether you actually tell three people personally or if you actually post like a video or even post him on your page, that's a good way of getting his name out there as well. So that's what you do. What time is it? Oh gosh. All right. So do you guys have any questions? Because I'm gonna come off soon. I need to get my mind in the game because I have my second class in like an hour. People are looking at me like I'm crazy. They don't realize that I'm on live. Can you post the prayer to your IG story? Thank you, Star. So yeah, you guys like honestly let me know how it goes. Like send me messages and let me know how he comes through. I love to hear his stories. Cause I know for sure, amongst all the obviously other saints that I've worked with, like he's fast. He's very fast and he gets it done. He gets the business done. But I'm gonna come off soon, but I am gonna be on live again tonight. Because I don't start school tomorrow until the evening. So I was gonna come on last night, but I had an early class. Like my class started at 8 o'clock in the morning. Like what is life? I was like 8 o'clock. I'm like, do they know who I am? Where should we light the candle? Well, if you don't have an altar, preferably you could light somewhere. You could light it in the kitchen. I like putting his candles in the kitchen. What I will say, because you have to keep his candle burning, you can always put it in a bowl of water. Who's St Expedite? He's a saint. He's a saint of or a patron saint of emergencies. I'm gonna put his information in the description box. Not the description box. I'm sorry, the comment box after this video. That way, you guys get the petition and the prayers and everything. Yes, let me know how it goes. Please message me and let me know. So I will be on tonight. I'm just gonna try to get my. How does it feel to be a student again? Um, it's cool. It's I had my first class today, and I could already tell it's gonna be like my easiest grade I'm gonna ever get because my teacher is like so like nonchalant about everything. He's just like, because today's like, we get quizzes sometimes, and not all the quizzes that we do in a class necessarily go to your grade. I usually just kind of take an average of the three of your tests and your three best tests and give you an average there. And I was just like, okay, we got a class 1 hour early. Like it was, yeah, like I could already tell. Like it was media studies, so he's just like nonchalant, like whatever. So so far that seems like the easiest class that I'm gonna probably take. I think I have how the brain works or the mind works. I forget the actual name of the course. That's the course I have right now. I'm taking math, but I actually like there's one girl that I met. And she's pretty much in all my classes, and she's like the math is so easy. It's foundations math. So like we were doing addition yesterday, and I was like, okay, okay, I think I should be all right. No, I never did good in math, and I haven't been in school in like 10 years, and I haven't had to do math since high school. And we're talking like, honestly, 15 years ago, at least. You know what I mean? So it's just like I feel, and then I'm coming into college with mom brain because my brain has shrunk by giving birth to a life. So I'm like so nervous. Like I'm like, okay, because I really want to get like a good grades. So I'm like, okay, I was like looking already. I'm like getting all nervous. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to look for a tutor. I'm gonna have to find one that's like good price so I could pay for a tutor. Like, but yeah. But I think I should be okay. I just have to keep in mind that God is always with me. This is a chance. This is all right, y'all. I'm gonna come off a line. If you guys are around in the evening time, maybe after 6 p.m. or so, and that's Eastern Standard Time, I shall be on again. But if you want to know any information about St Expedite, you can always YouTube or you can actually Google as well. All right. So I do want to thank you so much for your time and rocking with me. May God bless you and the angels protect you.